first question for Daji. Daji, the youth of today aren't really convinced by what the scriptures say or what the gurus say. They want a more logical and scientific and experiential explanation. What do you have to say about this attitude?
What they are going through at the moment is nothing new. If you see Jabali's arguments with Lord Rama, it is very profound. This is one of the proponent of Charavakya philosophy of India, very famous. And it was at the crossroad once upon a time, but these Brahmins did not allow it to flourish at all. His philosophy was like this, that when Lord Rama accepted the exile for 14 years, Jabali says, you are wasting your time, wasting your potential. You are the fittest king, you should be ruling the kingdom. Why waste your time in the forest? Similarly, he argued also with Mother Sita. There are 3 widows left in the Ayodhya. As a daughter-in-law, it's your duty to look after them. If your father is sick and after his death, you feed 2,000 people in your village, but during his lifetime you starved him, you didn't look after him, what is the use? They do, at least in Vedas, there is a mention of horse sacrifice, Ashwamedha Yajna. Right? How is it different from sacrificing cow? There is also a mention of what is Nara. Just as there is Ashwamedha, Naramedha Yajnas are also there, man is also sacrificed. Goats are sacrificed with the pretension that, with an idea that they will reach heaven. Then why don't you send your wife to heaven also after performing wife Mega Yajna or Patni Mega Yajna? So when such arguments are brought in front of youth, who would agree? Nobody with the sound mind will say these are good things. No one will accept it. And it is good that they are not accepting it. Unless and until general public is happy, you cannot even think of meditation. Your mind will not go towards yajna. Imagine a youth who is struggling to support the family. How would his mind turn towards God? He's already struggling with basic things. God is a secondary thing for that person. Sometime in 1893, Swami Vivekananda made a bold statement when he was being interviewed in United States. Why don't you preach all these things to your people? Why are you here? He says, I'm here because he gives few reasons. One big reason he gives is, people of my country don't need spirituality at the moment. They need food, they need bread. They're dying of starvation. So this Charvakya philosophy is very good in one way, that unless and until you are self-sufficient at material level, you cannot think of spirituality. But I am not for that either. I am for both. That I must involve myself in such a way that my efforts in Bhautik world should not rob me of my spiritual welfare. At the same time, I should not pay so much of attention to spiritual life that my Bhautik material life also suffers. I must be able to integrate both. Just like a bird flying with 2 wings in balance. If one wing is tilted this way, it will go round in circle. If one wing is tilted this way, it will go in this circle. Circle is not good. Circle of life is not good. I must go up. That is liberation. See? Changing dimension is liberation. See? From one state of dimension to another state of dimension. Then from there I transcend to another dimension. See? Just as child grows and becomes an adult. Like that, our consciousness also matures like that. And that is the purpose of spirituality. See? So, fundamental thing is to balance both existences, spiritual and material life, without ignoring any one of them. And You know what guides the bird? What gives it a direction to its wings? Its tail. Tail moves a little bit this way and it goes. It chooses. The same principle is in the aerocrafts. Yeah? They use the tail to navigate. They learn the whole thing from the bird. What is the tail that guides our life? It's our heart. So, as we keep our heart freer, uninfluenced by so many conditions imposed by society, community, religious leaders, politicians, then I will be able to make my own decisions freely and with my heart's content. That will be always the right decision, even if it proves fatal to your life. But in the end, you will say, yes, it was my decision. You'll be happy with that. And that's what Lord Krishna says in Gita, that it is better to die with your own duties while you are performing your own duties. It will be fatal. Even if you succeed in performing others' duties well. This was very applicable to Karna. He fought a beautiful war, but you fought somebody else's war, not your war.
The next question, Daaji, the spiritual and the physical worlds are vastly different. So how does one integrate the spiritual and physical worlds, the spiritual and material worlds? How does one seamlessly integrate the two?
I think what you want to achieve is effortlessness, that it should happen very smoothly, in a very sahaj, in a very natural way, right? And that some sort of joy is also there. Let me give you a small example. When did you start learning your bicycle? When you were very young, you fell so many times. You bruised your knees so many times. You cried so many times. A time came where you were able to bicycle without using hands also. Effort made things automatic. It becomes your habit. It becomes your second nature. Similarly, driving a vehicle, driving a car. Before driving, you are so afraid, will I be able to drive it properly? The first time you are trying to drive, you'll fix the mirror, you'll fix the side mirror, you'll see and the gears and the brake and so much of nervousness. But afterward, it becomes a child's play. So automatism is the key. As you practice things more and more, it becomes your second nature. It becomes your subconscious effort, then say. And whenever there is subconscious effort, there is zero energy wasted in it. When we are meditating, day after day, hours after hours, not with closed eyes, but a time comes where the practice becomes redundant. You become meditation. Your life becomes meditation. Every breath becomes meditation, then say. Then there is no effort required, then say. Then you can say my material and spiritual life is integrated. Nothing can shatter this person. He is in control of himself.
Daaji, what is unique in heartfulness meditation?
The beauty of this heartfulness way of meditation is use of pranahuti, use of transmission, yogic transmission, which is not there with any system. It is this yogic transmission that makes all the difference. Like when you close your eyes and meditate with the method I give you. Okay. You can have, let us say, a scientific study also, that you can have 10 people, 10 subjects, and ask them to meditate with the method we give. Okay. Select other 10 subjects with the same method, but with yogic transmission from the trainer, and see the difference. You can interview them, or if you had those EEG put on their head, then you will know the difference. yourself. They don't even have to speak.
The next question, Daji, is there anything else that influences the experience of meditation when we are meditating with transmission?
This individual openness and receptivity will control the yogic transmission, and that changes everything. It is your level of refinedness to which you will adapt to this yogic transmission, and yogic transmission also will adapt itself. For example, if a person who said, "What the hell, my father keeps telling me I should meditate and I don't want to meditate," and you twist his ears and say, "You better sit and meditate," he'll close. Okay, he is closing his eyes. Magic will not happen unless you open your heart. And to the extent to which this heart remains open with various people is different. Also for the same person, it keeps changing all the time. Sometimes you are so open-hearted. Sometimes you feel sad and your heart closes down and say, "What the hell is this God doing today?" So depending upon my receptivity, I will receive this transmission. It is my receptivity, meaning my openness, that decides my own experience. It's not the Guru. It's not even the God. What is the biggest lesson from Gita? Everybody saw Lord Krishna. Everyone saw. Bhishma saw. Arjun, Kunti, Vidura, Duryodhana. Everybody saw him. How many recognized him? Not even one. Until he showed that who I am. Right? And then too, some people were frightened, including Arjun. "Please don't show me this rupa. Close it. Close the scene. I am not used to it." So you need some level of tolerance also, that you can withstand such purity, the reality of God. No one can withstand such high level of purity. That's why incremental level of purity with each meditation will prepare us one day to see that, experience that.